Hi everyone, so today I'm back with a little tutorial on how to get this makeup look. It's very inspired by like the hot girls I see on like TikTok and Instagram. I feel like they've all gone for a bit of a different vibe with their makeup. It's like matte, simple with a wing, but like really bronzed, really beautiful. I've been loving it. Every time I see it, I'm like, I want to be you. I need that on my face. I need to be that. So I am that today. So if you want to see how I got this makeup look, keep on watching. So I'm just going to go in and carve my brow. And then I'm going for that like hot girl makeup look. You know the girls I'm on about. They're on Instagram, TikTok, everywhere, and they look stunning. And I feel like fluffy brows are really in right now. It's how I like my brows anyway. And I feel like a lot of them have got fluffy brows. This is the eye base I always use. It's the Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer in the shade 03. Absolutely love it. It's got just enough coverage to make all your eyeshadows pop and to like cancel out any veins, but it's not too thick that your eye feels crusty or that the eyeshadows stick to it too much. I'm going in with the DollBeauty bronzer in dark. I'm just gonna pop that all over. So I'm just gonna pat, make sure there's no creases, and then just go in. Circular motions, really light pressure, right on my crease. I feel like what's really in lately, like that hot girl makeup, they always seem to have like really like all matte eyes that are quite like bronzy, like bronzer shades. It looks like they've just used their bronzer. Nothing too dark, nothing too like skillful, you know what I mean? Like I feel like at one point it was all like half cut creases with glitter and that was the baddie look, and now is nice, simple, effortless beauty, you know what I mean? But they all seem to have like a winged eyeliner. Well, the girls that I'm like, do you know the ones that you're scrolling and then they come up and you're like, can I be you? This is the makeup I see them rocking. And because we got a wing liner, I am gonna edge it here just so it kind of all rings out with that. And then I'm going to come back in with a lighter colour and blend the edges. I can take the sandy shade from the Bperfect Cleintele palette and a really, really big fluffy brush. And really lightly, using just the tip of the brush, like hardly touching my skin. I'm just going to use really small circular motions just to start buffing that out. So there's a real nice seamless blend on the edge. Because I don't seem to be doing anything too harsh. I'm saying it as if they've all collectively got like a group chat and they're like, so what's hot now? What's the hot girl trend for this? You know what I mean? What's the winter 2020, 2021? What's the vibe? Imagine if they did. That'd be really funny. And then I will go back in with the original brush and a bit of bronzer just to make sure I've not lost any depth. Ciao, I am loving this. I know it's just so simple, but sometimes the most simple is just so beautiful. And I feel like the warm tones really bring out my blue eyes. I'm a bit worried about the wing because I've got much smaller eyes than most of them have. And I know I can do wing liner, but I don't know if it's going to have the same effect as it does on them. But we're going to try for it. We're gonna aim high. And we're just going to see what happens. So now I'm just going in with a little bit of face powder. Brighten up the lid. The inner part, just kind of stamping it here. I'm going in with a face powder and not like a white eyeshadow because I don't want it to be quite white. So I'm just pressing that in. I'm going up above my lid because I got really small eyes. Only slightly, nothing too dramatic. If you've got big eyes, literally just stick to your lid, but this is vibing for me. And take your brush with the bronzer on and just run it over the edges. And on a round fluffy brush, I'm going to take a white right in the inner corner just to make that super bright. Just helps create that illusion of a bigger eye, brightness, and that I've slept. but I haven't. Pandemic nights, am I right? So now for the liner. I was debating between going with my eye shape and working with what I got and trying to recreate what they've got, and I decided to just go with what I've got because you can be a hot girl no matter what your eye shape is. I've decided, I'm making that a rule right now. So I'm going in with a pen liner, and I'm just gonna get really close, really thin line to the beginning. I love these liners and I do the whole thing with it, but mine's running out, so I can't. So I'm just gonna start with this one where I need it to be really thin and then go in with a gel after. Just going in with Black Chat by MAC on an angled brush and just smoothing it out so it's really thin. And I'm just gonna go from this point here where the bottom, where your tear duct meets the top. And from that point, I'm just gonna follow it in the direction. And then do a little join here. Cool, so once I finish the other eye, I'm gonna come back and clean that up. So for the under eyes, I literally put the same concealer underneath, a little bit of bronzer, put some white liner on my waterline, and some mascara. This mascara is amazing. This is one coat, one little coat. It is the Iconic. I've never really cared about mascaras, and I got it in a kit. I bought the Black Friday thing and it came with the drops, this and then like a blush thing. I'm obsessed. Like, can we, like, you can see it and I've got a liner on. Like, Miss Thing did that. Miss Thing did that. I've got dry skin, so I'm going to start with a really nice hydrating product. I'm going to go in with the Pixi Vitamin C priming oil. Ignore this finger, it popped off. They're only stick-ons because it's lockdown. So it popped off, I'm going to glue it back on after. But, so I'm going to give it a little shake and pop this on. But I love this stuff. It's like it dries down really nicely. It's not like a, do you know some oils leave you feeling really weird? This dries like instantly. Like, I've had it before, like I've put it all over my face all at once and then gone to rub the first bit and like it's already dried in. And I'm like, oh, okay, no worries. And it doesn't leave you feeling like you've got oil on your skin. If you've got dry skin, the nourishment, you need it. I love it. For foundation, I'm mixing the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear. This is insane. The like longevity and the way it still looks after like 8 hours. Love it. I'm mixing in a little bit of my favourite Dream Urban Cover just for the colour, because this is a bit light for me, and then I'm going to go in with a little bit of strawberry cream because I want that glow. So I'm going to mix them all up on a palette and just whack it on. I'm just taking my Peaches PC08 brush. I love this brush for foundation. And I'm just going to pat it in. I say and then proceed to rub. I pat it on all the big areas, but the bits where you need to blend it, circulation, so I blend my ear as well. Nobody wants a telltale white ear. Even when I tan, I put tan on my ear. My clients know the first time they come to me tan, I go in there, they're like, what are you doing? And I'm like, do you want a telltale white ear? White ear? Do you want to look in your pictures and be like, I forgot my ear? No, you don't, honey. And they're like, oh. And then the next time they come back, they're like, I literally love you. Like, I look back at all my old pictures now and like my ear makes me cringe. And I'm like, you're welcome. I love how quick, because this brush is really big and it does the job for you. It's so quick, like, so quick. So for my brows, I keep it on this little brush. I start higher just in case I've got too much product on, and then I bring it down and around. And then taking the thin bit, just go between the brows, don't want to forget that. Make a little bit more and go over the nose. I'm just taking my concealer and I'm just popping it here. We don't need too much because we've already gone up right underneath the eye. I like this area to be quite bright, this triangle here. And that's where I want most of my brightness. And then once I've packed it where I want it, I'm just gonna go in and feather those edges so everything blends in nice. Really simple, but really effective. You can see the difference. I love highlighting. You put it on your lap. Ooh, ooh. Starting to create those cheekbones that I definitely ate away a couple of years ago. So once that's done, I'm gonna go in and cream bronze. I use the L'Oreal Perfect Match in Mahogany. I think it's the perfect color. I like quite a warm bronze. My Real Techniques pointed brush. And I'm going to use a mixture of pat motions and really light small circular motions to blend this in. Grabbing more product whenever I need it. I don't really contour. I bronze. I use that as my bronze. I kind of think if you've naturally got those cheekbones that you're trying to make people think you do, they don't contour, they just bronze because they've got it. So if you strategically bronze, you look like you've just got it, whereas if you contour, it can be quite obvious that you're trying to fake it, and then that kind of like depletes the whole point. I see all these girls on YouTube and they've got like full curls, their hair is like fully done, and they do their makeup with it so they look really pretty, but then like I'm watching them do their makeup, I'm like, how? I would get so much makeup in that. Like that would really piss me off. And like I've not even done my hair all pretty, it's literally just straight and it is getting in my way. Same brush, I'm just gonna wipe it off and then go in with some cream blush. I'm obsessed with using cream products at the minute. This is the Nip and Fab blush stick in Electric Apricot. I warm it up on the side of my hand and then get it from the side of my hand. I feel like that's, you gotta warm it up first. If you just put it straight on your face, you're looking for a disaster. Oh, I'm obsessed with this colour. It looks really nice when I'm pale as well, so I was like, oh, I wonder how it looks when I'm sad, and oh! My hair loves it just as much as I do, apparently. So now I'm going to bake with the absolute best powder ever. My G, I love it. I'm just gonna press it up underneath here, come up onto the side of the nose, and set there, because that is a really creasy area for me. Well, for most people I've found. So now I'm just going in with Dark Tan by MAC, my Ride or Die bronzer. And I'm taking that on just an angle brush. This is a Morphe one. And I'm just gonna start giving myself a wee bronze. I do this before setting my face because I find that you're technically setting your face with these powders anyway. And I feel like going in with a colourless medium kind of, it makes what you did with the cream bronzer a bit redundant, whereas with this, it really mixes in together and creates a really nice strong bronze colour. Blush, I'm using a mix, a bit extra. I'm using this one from Laura Geller because I love baked blushes. They're so nice and glowy. And then I'm gonna go in with a little bit of this one from the Pixie palette because it is so beautiful, and I think because I got a tan, that darker colour is really gonna pop. Ooh, girl. I'm obsessed with blush. I used to hate it because I used to think I spend so much time covering up my redness and my spots just to put it back on again. Like, no thank you. Well, I was wrong. I was young, I was naive, I was dumb. Speaks for itself. Speaks for itself. Take off my bake now with a small fluffy brush, just and then take in a large powder brush and my translucent powder. I'm just gonna set the rest of my face really lightly. I don't have oily skin or anything. I have quite dry skin, so I don't go in with too much powder because I love when some oils come through and I look like a glowy goddess. because usually I just look crusty and dusty. For me, I really don't like my nose, so I'm gonna put a little bit of bronzer on it for that kind of contour effect. Don't do it on yourself, don't give yourself a complex. I feel like the only reason I got a complex about contouring bronzing my nose is because every YouTube video I watched, people did it, and I was like, oh, I should probably do it. And then when I started doing it, I realised that I didn't like my nose. So I never, I mean, if you come to an appointment for me, you know, I don't contour your nose. Unless you specifically say, I would like my nose contour, please. I won't do it. I'm not here to give you a complex. I think everyone's nose is beautiful. I just can't take my own advice. I've been doing it for years, and I feel like if I don't do it, it just looks weird now. So don't be like me. Today's memes is like, this is Kevin. Kevin is a good guy. Be like Kevin. Don't be like Charlie. I'm gonna highlight now. I can use a dark highlight. Usually I'm just stuck on the light one, but oh, I'm excited. So I'm gonna go in with champagne and Supernova. I'm gonna mix them both together because that sounds a champagne Supernova, like, yes please. Oh yes, mama. Why is my throat doing that? I used to do it in school and all the people would be like, oh my god, you burped. And they'd be like, I promise I didn't burp. They'd be like, no, you burped. I'm like, if I burped, you'd fucking know about it, mate. I ain't scared. So I'm also gonna put a little bit of those in my inner corner because I love to glow in here. Oh, that is so pretty. I get way too excited about makeup. Can you tell? You know when like you hate yourself and then you put your tan on, like you put your makeup on, and you're like, I don't hate you anymore. You're like, actually, I'm a bad bitch. What's that all about? They hate me who? I find that they don't do the kind of girls that I'm taking inspiration from this, they don't wear that big lashes anymore. The hot girls have called, I can join the group. I mean, I'm feeling it. I feel like this is bigger than what they do though. I feel like they have smaller than this, but I'm feeling my fantasy. I think the most important thing about being a hot girl, or like trying to be a hot girl, is to realize that like you can be a hot girl right now as you are. You don't need to lose weight, you don't need to do your hair in a certain way, you don't need to put tan on, like you don't need to do anything to be the hot girl. Like the hot girl is you. You are the hot girl. I'm like, hot girl, I do hot shit. Sorry, I can't come to the phone right now. I'm doing hot shit. Me cleaning up black eyeshadow out of my makeup. Yep. Just a little mini velvet teddy. Spray my face and go in with a little bit of Rodeo Drive, just for that little bit of an extra. Just right on that high point, just to really give a bit of dimension to the glow. So this is the finished look. I hope you like it. I hope that you'll fill your oats with it on. This is it's definitely very like the hot girl that I've been seeing. The makeup that they've been going for is very different and I'm here for it. I feel like this is a lot more old school. I feel like this is how people wore their makeup a couple of years ago. You know what I mean? Like the girls that were into makeup, this is how they wore their makeup. And I'm digging it. Like the matte, it's a lot more like just simple. I've seen a lot of them with matte lips as well and I'm like, I could never, but you look amazing. I mean, I don't have the face, I don't have the, I have this thing where like I see someone, I'm like, I'm gonna do that makeup and then I expect their face to come with it. And then I do it and it's still my face and I'm like, product is faulty. Can I have a refill on the eyeshadow? It didn't make me look like so-and-so. Yeah, I mean, I'm not very good at this whole like outro shit. If you want to see anything, let me know below. If you don't want to see anything, then just click out, I guess. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed and thanks for watching.